Part 1: The Echoes of Ancients. I blinked into the abyss where stars shone like the forgotten jewels of a time-worn crown. My ship, the Sable Wanderer, thrummed beneath me, alive and eager. Out here, the vast dark felt like freedom and prison all at once. Captain Dorian Voss, had spent more time dancing with the void than I care to remember, or admit. But this time, the dance felt different. There was a whisper in the cosmic winds, urging me toward the unknown. I glanced over at my crew. We were a motley band of vagabonds. Steph, my engineer, sat hunched over a console, mechanically chewing on another emergency ration bar she'd inevitably complain about later. Her mousy hair looked like a solar flare gone awry. In contrast, Rax, our resident xenobiologist and part-time philosopher, lounged in his seat, looking as if he belonged in a more refined milieu. His 3 eyes blinked, each one scanning a different holoscreen. "You know," he drawled in his characteristically dry tone, "for a captain who swore never to work with aliens, you certainly collect them." I smirked. Turns out I'm a sucker for the grotesque. Rax chuckled, a peculiar gurgle that seemed to defy his elegant demeanor. Grotesque has its charm. The Wanderer shuddered as we approached the first anomaly. It looked like a tear in space, a maw of darkness rimmed with flickering azure light. I'd heard stories about these anomalies, time pockets, people called them. Some said they were remnants of the ancients, the mysterious civilization that left whispers throughout the galaxy. Others called them echoes, windows to other realities. All I knew was that whatever lay beyond had drawn the attention of my employers, and they didn't pay for idle speculation. As we drifted closer, my hands danced over the controls, instinct guiding my every move. The ship responded with a purr, eager and ready. I glanced at Steph. "Systems holding." "Like a tin can in a hurricane," she muttered, which, by Steph's standards, meant everything was fine. We breached the anomaly, tumbling through the shimmering barrier as if diving into a pool on a summer day. Except this pool didn't just soak your skin, it seeped into your soul. For a heartbeat, everything went silent. The stars stopped twinkling, and even Rax's infernal tapping on his hollow interface ceased. Then, with a jolt, we were free, spat out on the other side. But what awaited us was no ordinary sector of space. Before us loomed a colossal structure, an alien megastructure that dwarfed our vessel. It sprawled like a lattice, each segment a glittering gem in a cosmic mosaic. As we drew closer, I realized it was a Dyson swarm of sorts, an ancient civilization's project left incomplete or abandoned. "By the stars," Rax breathed, "it's beautiful." "Sure," Steph grunted, "if you're into things that can swallow you whole." The ship's sensors pinged, drawing my attention to an odd fluctuation in the energy spectrum. There, nestled within the swarm, was a ship, long dead, its hull battered and scorched. It was unlike any vessel I'd ever seen, a testament to the civilization that had once thrived here, or perhaps fallen. "We have to board it," I said, the words out before my brain could catch up. Instinct, or maybe just a survival impulse masked as curiosity. Steph gave me a look that could simmer a supernova, and here I was hoping for a quiet day. Rax only smiled, his eyes dancing with the thrill of discovery. Ancient ships, Dorian, imagine the data we could unravel. I piloted us closer, docking our craft with the precision of a surgeon. The Wanderer extended its bridge, and we stepped into the unknown. The air was thick with the scent of age and mystery. Our footsteps echoed, ghostly whispers in the vast emptiness. Inside, the ship was a labyrinth of corridors and archways, each one a testament to forgotten artistry. Enigmatic runes adorned the walls, shimmering faintly in the dim light. They seemed to pulse as we passed, like a heartbeat that refused to die. I couldn't shake the feeling we were not alone. "Rax," I whispered, "what do you make of it?" "Fascinating," he replied, his eyes alight with fervor. "A language precursor, possibly a proto-script of the ancients' dialect. It would take a lifetime to decipher. Looming ahead was a vast chamber, its ceiling lost to shadows. In its center, a pedestal hummed with energy. On it rested an orb, a swirling tempest of colors and lights. It called to me, beckoning with promises I couldn't understand. I stepped forward, drawn to it like a moth to flame. "Dorian, wait," Steph snapped, her voice a tether pulling me back from folly. "Look at the readouts. That thing's putting out more energy than a Class 3 reactor." "Which means it could be the key to everything," I replied, my voice laced with a mix of awe and trepidation. "Or nothing." Rax's gaze was fixed on the orb, his mind already weaving theories and possibilities. It could be a memory bank, an archive of their civilization. "Or a trap," Steph countered, ever the pragmatist. I reached for the orb, my fingers tingling with anticipation. But as I touched it, the ship groaned, the very walls vibrating with a sound like distant thunder. The orb resisted, then yielded, its energy flowing through me with a rush so profound I staggered back. The ship around us shimmered, the runes flaring with an intensity that seemed to pierce my soul. A voice whispered not in words but in echoes, a cacophony of emotions and sensations. Fate, destiny, choice. In that maelstrom, a vision seared into my mind, a crossroads, paths unending, each one a future yet to be. But one thing was clear, whatever this orb was, it was not just a relic. It was alive, and it had chosen me. "Dorian," Rax's voice came from far away, "we need to go." But I couldn't move, entranced by the visions playing out behind my eyelids. Futures where I became a beacon of knowledge or a harbinger of destruction. Then, with a final surge, the visions ceased, and I was left gasping in the dim light of the chamber. "We're not alone," Steph's voice sliced through the air, urgency replacing concern. "Something's coming." I shook off the residue of the vision, forcing myself back to the present. The ship's ancient systems were awakening, the hum of energy growing to a crescendo. We stumbled back through the corridors, the shadows now feeling more alive than ever. As we reached the docking bridge, the darkness behind us rippled. From it emerged a figure, an alien presence unlike any I'd ever encountered. Its body was a twisting mass of bioluminescent tendrils, shifting and morphing with every movement. Its gaze, if such a thing could be discerned, was fixed on the orb in my grasp. "A guardian," Rax whispered, wonder and fear mingling in his voice. "It's protecting its legacy." I tightened my grip on the orb, knowing instinctively that giving it back wasn't an option. This was our ticket to understanding, perhaps even survival. The creature surged forward, its movements fluid and relentless. "Steph, get us out of here," I yelled, breaking into a sprint. We dove back to the Wanderer, the docking bridge retracting just as the Guardian reached the threshold. Inside, chaos reigned. The ship systems blared warnings as the anomaly around us collapsed, the megastructure's energies destabilizing. I strapped into the pilot's seat, the orb still clutched like a lifeline. With a deftness born of desperation, I launched us away from the collapsing structure, the cosmic maelstrom tearing at our hull. Steph worked her magic, keeping the ship in one piece as we hurtled back through the anomaly, the universe blurring into a kaleidoscope of light and sound. We broke free, the anomaly sealing behind us with a final, resounding clap of reality snapping back into place. Silence fell, broken only by the ragged breathing of my crew. "Well," Rax said, his calm voice tinged with the thrill of survival, "that was rather more excitement than anticipated." Steph glared at me, though there was a fierce pride in her eyes. "If you ever do that again, Dorian, I swear I'll reprogram your alarm clock to a banshee's scream." I chuckled, the adrenaline ebbing away to leave only the stark realization of what we'd found. The orb, warm against my side, pulsed with a steady rhythm. In its depths lay secrets and perhaps answers that could alter the course of history. As I steered us back into the comforting embrace of the stars, I couldn't shake the feeling that our journey had only just begun. The echoes of the ancients were more than just whispers now. They were a call to action, and I, for better or worse, had answered. Part 2, Shards of Destiny. Stars stream silver trails across the viewport, an endless dance of light against the velvet of space. The Sable Wanderer is silent now, humming with the contented purr of a cat well fed and curled beside a hearth. My fingers rest lightly on the orb, its surface cool and alive under my touch. It's become an extension of me, this alien object, its mysteries as alluring as the cosmos itself. We're en route to Leven Station, a remote outpost on the edge of civilized space. It's a port of traders, drifters, and those who dwell in the gray areas of legality, my kind of people. I need information, resources, and maybe a drink strong enough to keep the visions at bay. Steph clatters into the cockpit, her typical scowl softened by the weariness of survival. "We're 2 days to Leven if we don't hit any more cosmic hiccups," she informs me, a hint of challenge in her tone. "Then let's make sure the universe cooperates," I reply, adjusting our course with a gentle tap. Rax enters, his 3 eyes alight with curiosity. "Have you felt anything new from the orb, Dorian?" I hesitate, recalling the vivid visions it fed into my mind, futures spinning out like threads in the tapestry of time. Each path was a paradox, brimming with hope and fraught with peril. "Not yet," I admit, though I can sense it's only a matter of time. The orb is biding its moment, waiting for the right spark to ignite its secrets. Rax nods, studying the orb as if it might whisper its truths in a moment of weakness. We should be cautious. Objects of power have their own agenda. The tension is a third presence as we continue our journey, the silence between us filled with unspoken fears and possibilities. The universe outside blurs, and for a time my thoughts drift like comets, untethered, luminous. 2 days later, Leven Station looms ahead, a ring of steel and light in the void. Its hodgepodge architecture is a testament to centuries of patchwork ingenuity. As we approach, I relay our docking credentials, and the station's systems grant us permission to board with a mechanical acceptance that feels almost begrudging. The air in the docking bay is thick with the scent of machine oil and ozone. It's familiar, almost comforting. Steph heads off to replenish our supplies, while Rax suggests he might dig around for any rumors or knowledge of the ancients in the station's obscure corners. I wander the bustling corridors, the orb secured in a satchel slung across my shoulder. As I weave through the throng of station inhabitants, traders hawking wares, engineers exchanging tales of daring repairs, and the ever-present hum of idling thrusters, I feel a pull, a whisper from the orb guiding my steps. I find myself in a shadowy alcove, the air here quieter, more contemplative. A figure sits alone at a table, hunched over a cluster of archaic data tablets. His eyes, bright and piercing, meet mine with unsettling clarity. "Captain Voss," he greets, his voice smooth as polished stone. "I am Arkin, I've been expecting you." The sense of déjà vu is strong. Expecting me, in a place where surprises are the only constant. He smiles, a quicksilver thing. "The universe is full of patterns, Captain, and those who can read them anticipate." I sit, curiosity piqued, though my instincts scream caution. "What do you know of the orb?" Arkin's gaze flickers to my satchel with a knowing look. "More than most, I imagine. It's a relic of the ancients, yes, but more than just a repository of their knowledge. It's a map." My heart thumps in my chest, a steady drum of anticipation. A map to where? To the heart of their wisdom, he replies, leaning back in his chair. Or perhaps their downfall. The ancients hid their greatest secrets to protect them, to prevent them from being misused. The visions, I say, the words a hushed revelation. It showed me futures, choices. He nods, the orb is a key. But with every key comes a door, and with every door a choice. I feel the weight of it then, not just the orb, but the responsibility of its legacy. The potential to reshape, to destroy, or create. My mouth is dry as I ask, what do I do with this knowledge? Arkin's smile fades, replaced by a seriousness that ages him. You follow the path it sets before you. But remember, Captain, not every path is meant to be walked. Some are to be understood and, if necessary, avoided. I leave him with more questions than answers, the nebulous future ahead both a promise and a threat. As I make my way back to the Wanderer, Steph meets me, her arms laden with supplies and a wry smile on her lips. "Find anything interesting?" she asks, arching a brow. "More than I bargained for," I reply, and she chuckles, familiar with the dance of discovery and danger that defines our lives. Rax catches up with us, his expression alight with the joy of new data gleaned from the station's depths. I've heard whispers of a star system on the fringes, a dead zone where the ancients' influence still lingers. It might hold the answers we seek. "Another fool's errand," Steph grumbles, though her eyes betray a spark of excitement. I nod, already feeling the Wanderer's engines hum with anticipation. Then it's settled, we take the leap. As we launch from Leven Station, the stars embracing us once more, I feel the pulse of the orb in rhythm with my own heartbeat. Beneath its inscrutable surface, the promise of the unknown beckons as it always has. And as always, I am drawn to it, compelled to seek the shards of destiny laid out like a celestial mosaic before me. The path is uncertain, fraught with peril and promise alike, but for the first time in a long while I welcome it. For in this vast, infinite universe, the true adventure lies not in the destination, but in the journey itself. Part 3: The Celestial's Threshold. As we hurtle through space, the console's readout dances with the metrics of our voyage, casting a gentle glow across the cockpit. I take solace in the familiar rituals of piloting, each motion a reminder that despite the chaos of fate, there are constants I can rely on. The starry expanse stretches endlessly ahead, a promise of both wonder and treachery. Rax sits nearby, absorbed in the data feeds from Leven Station, his curiosity an ever-burning flame. Steph, ever vigilant, is ensconced in her domain, the engine room, tending to the Wanderer's whims and quirks with the dedication of a true artisan. Our destination, the fringes of the known galaxy, is whispered about in cautious tones, a place where starlight and shadow intertwine. The orb rests securely beside me, its surface a kaleidoscope of shifting hues. Its energy flutters within my consciousness, a lingering trace of the ancients' might. It thrums now, an almost imperceptible vibration that seems to syncopate with the rhythm of the ship. It isn't long before the fringes reveal themselves, an expanse of space so void of starlight it seems carved from the fabric of night itself. The maps call it the Celestial's Threshold, a region where anomalies congregate like moths to flame. It's here that the remnants of the ancients' presence are rumored to dwell, a relic of an epoch lost to time. "We're approaching the coordinates," I announce, my voice barely rising above the hum of the engines. "Keep your eyes peeled for anything unusual." "Unusual is our bread and butter," Steph responds through the comms, her voice laced with dry amusement. Rax leans forward, his eyes fixed on his screens. I'm detecting an energy signature definitely ancient in origin. It's faint, almost like a dying heartbeat. As we draw nearer, the anomaly materializes, a swirling maelstrom of cosmic energy, vibrant and chaotic. I angle the Wanderer towards its heart, the ship trembling as the currents of the void buffet us. Steady, I murmur, coaxing the vessel through the turbulence with a deft touch. The anomaly seems to resist our intrusion, like a living thing guarding its secrets. And then, beyond the churning tempest, a structure emerges from the darkness. A massive celestial construct, its architecture alien and mesmerizing. It is shaped like an interstellar cathedral, its spires reaching toward the heavens, shimmering with an ethereal light. By the ancestors of all known life, Rax breathes, awe washing over his expression. It's beautiful. Beautiful and deadly, Steph counters, her voice sharp with caution. No telling what defenses it might have. I navigate us into the structure's vicinity, the Wanderer gliding through an ancient archway as if welcomed by invisible hands. We come to rest within an expansive chamber, the ship settling onto what appears to be a platform formed from luminescent crystal. We disembark, the chamber's atmosphere rich with the scent of ozone and untold ages. The walls are inscribed with intricate patterns, each line glowing with a soft luminescence. The orb in my grip resonates, the patterns responding to its presence. There's a resonance, Rax observes, his gaze sweeping over the runes. The orb is a key, just as Arkin said, but to what end? As if in response, the chamber trembles. The runes flare with sudden intensity, cascading waves of light along the walls in a mesmerizing display. The ground shifts beneath us, revealing a staircase descending into shadow. Looks like we're invited, Steph mutters, her skepticism tempered by intrigue. We take the steps slowly, the orb illuminating our way as if guiding us deeper into the celestial's mysteries. The air grows cooler, the silence oppressive, save for our footfalls echoing like whispers of old ghosts. At the end of the staircase lies a vast hall, its ceiling vaulted and adorned with more of the enigmatic symbols. In the center, a dais rises, its surface etched with a geometric design that pulses in harmony with the orb. This is it, I say, stepping forward, the heart of the construct. Rax and Steph join me, their expressions a mix of trepidation and curiosity. As I place the orb on the dais, the air vibrates with a resonant tone, the structure itself responding to the artifact's presence. A projection flares to life above us, a panorama of stars and galaxies, like a map of the cosmos in its infancy. Among them, paths of light weave an intricate web, tracing routes through the void. "It's a star map," Rax exclaims, his voice filled with wonder. "A map of the ancients' journeys." But as we watch, the vision shifts. New constellations form, stars aligning in unfamiliar patterns. The paths now lead to a singular point, a distant star, unmarked on any chart we possess. "What's there?" Steph asks, her voice tinged with concern. "A treasure or a trap?" I stare at the map, the gravity of the decision settling over me like a shroud. The orb's choice is clear. It has led us here for a reason, and beyond, perhaps the ultimate truth of the ancients awaits. "There's only one way to find out," I say, my resolve hardening. "We follow the path." But as I reach for the orb, the construct shudders, a low rumble building from its foundations. The projection flickers, unstable, as the very air crackles with energy. "We may not have much time," Rax warns, urgency in his eyes. "The structure, it's destabilizing." With the orb clutched tightly, we race back up the staircase, the chamber we left now shaking with a growing intensity. The Wanderer waits, engines primed for a hasty escape. We launch just as the construct begins to collapse, the celestial spires crumbling into starlit dust. Behind us, the anomaly swirls, consuming the remnants of the ancient's cathedral like a ravenous vortex. Free of the construct's gravitational pull, I set a course towards the star on the map, a beacon of possibility amidst the dark. The path ahead is fraught with uncertainty, each choice a ripple in the fabric of fate. But as the wanderer sails onward, I know that this is only the beginning of our journey into the unknown, a journey that will test the limits of our courage and resolve, and perhaps reveal the deepest truths of the cosmos. The orb's pulse is a constant reminder, a heartbeat of destiny, as we venture forth into the starry expanse, ready to face whatever awaits beyond the celestial's threshold. Part 4: The Veil of Echoes. The star looms larger in our view screen, a luminescent beacon in the boundless cosmos. Our journey, driven by the cryptic star map, leads us into uncharted territories, far beyond the grasp of familiar starlight. The air inside the Sable Wanderer is thick with anticipation, like the charged stillness before a storm. Steph sits across from me, her eyes distant, their usual glimmer tempered by contemplation. Rax is a study in contrasts, his mind alive with the possibilities that await, his body poised with the tension of uncertainty. The orb rests in my lap, its surface a swirl of living color, its energy resonating with the hum of the ship. "We're close," I murmur, eyes shifting between the map and our course. Whatever waits for us, it's just beyond that star. But as we near our destination, the instruments light up with warnings. An anomaly not unlike the one we encountered before, but this time it isn't a gateway, it's a barrier. A shimmering veil of energy encircles the star, a cosmic fortress protecting the secrets within. "Whatever it is, they wanted it well hidden," Steph comments, her fingers dancing over the controls, probing the barrier's strength. "An impressive defense mechanism," Rax muses, leaning closer to the screens. "But there's always a way through. It's a matter of finding the right frequency." I nod, setting to work alongside Steph, our hands moving in synchrony. Let's see if we can unlock this door without breaking the key. The ship systems drone in harmony with the anomaly data streaming before us in a whirlwind of numbers and symbols. It's a puzzle as intricate as any the ancients devised, a lock to test the mettle of those who seek the truth. As we work, the orb vibrates subtly, a guiding hand in the chaos. Inspired by its resonance, Rax suggests a modulation, a delicate adjustment that might align our frequencies with the veil's. We implement the change, holding collective breath as the ship quivers, the veil shimmering ominously around us. But then, like a whisper of silk, the barrier parts, granting us passage into the heart of the unknown. The sight that greets us is one of eerie beauty, an expanse where the star's light filters through a cloud of cosmic debris, casting ethereal shadows. Floating amid this celestial dance are structures, impossibly ancient, their surfaces glinting like argent in the starlight. Each structure is unique, a testament to the ancients' varied designs, from monolithic towers to graceful spirals. But it's the central edifice, a vast sphere of crystalline lattice, that holds our attention. It pulses with a rhythmic glow, an invitation and a challenge all at once. "We need to investigate," I declare, a surge of excitement mingled with a flicker of dread. The Wanderer edges closer, the ship's sensors reaching out to map the sphere's contours. It's enormous, dwarfing even the largest stations, its surface woven with symbols and circuits that shimmer with latent energy. "There's an entrance," Steph points out, highlighting a portal on the sphere's surface. "Automated docking systems are coming online." We secure the ship, stepping out into an airlock that leads inward. The atmosphere is peculiar, tinged with a metallic tang and the scent of ozone. The corridors within the sphere are labyrinthine, their walls lined with flowing script that seems to watch us pass. "Feels like we're walking through a living thing," Rax whispers, his voice a hushed echo in the vastness. The orb pulses, its light guiding us deeper into the complex, until we emerge into a chamber filled with suspended holograms, a library of the cosmos, each image a window to a distant world or forgotten star system. "It's a repository," Steph marvels, her skepticism momentarily eclipsed by awe. "A record of their history, maybe even their future." But as we delve into the holographic archives, it becomes clear that this is more than just a vault of knowledge. It's a tapestry of potential futures, paths that diverge and converge, each one shaped by decisions and their consequences. As we study the images, a shadow falls over the chamber. I turn, and there in the entrance stands a figure, not one of flesh, but an apparition of energy and light, a guardian of the sphere, its presence regal and imposing. "Travelers," it speaks, its voice resonating in our minds, "you have reached the Vale of Echoes. What do you seek?" The question hangs in the air, laden with promise and peril. I step forward, the orb cradled in my palm, its surface stirring with newfound intensity. "We seek understanding," I reply, my voice steady, "of the ancients, of their legacy, and of our place within this tapestry." The guardian inclines its head, and I sense a shift in its demeanor, an assessment, a weighing of worth. "Your path has led you here, but every path carries a price. Are you prepared to pay it?" The chamber seems to hold its breath, the silence charged with possibility. I glance at Steph and Rax, their faces mirrored reflections of resolve. We have come too far, unraveled too many threads to turn back now. "We are," I affirm, a certainty burning within me like the heart of a star. The guardian nods and the chamber comes alive with light, the holograms converging into a single, fluid narrative, a vision of what was, what is, and what might yet be. The orb in my hand blazes with energy, its warmth suffusing my senses. And in that moment I understand. This journey is not merely about discovery, but about choice, the power to shape the future, to weave our own destinies amidst the stars. As the vision fades, the guardian's presence lingers, a silent sentinel of the ancients' enduring legacy. "Go forth, travelers," it intones, "and may your actions resonate through the eons." With that, the guardian disperses into motes of light, a final blessing upon our voyage. We return to the Wanderer, our hearts alight with the knowledge we've gained, the responsibilities we've accepted. As we depart from the sphere, the barrier closes behind us, sealing away the secrets of the Vale of Echoes once more. But we are changed, our purpose clear. The universe has spoken, and we are its voice. The path ahead is fraught with challenges, each choice a ripple in the cosmic tide. Yet, as we sail onward, I am filled with a profound sense of hope. For in the vastness of the cosmos, we have found not just answers, but a future worth fighting for. Part 5: The Betrayal of Stars. The Wanderer drifts through a sea of stars, each one a distant echo of light whispering across the void. Our departure from the Vale of Echoes has left us awash in possibility, but also makes us acutely aware of the path we've chosen. As I sit in the cockpit, fingers grazing the controls, the orb rests securely beside me, its presence a constant reminder of the journey's weight. Steph and Rax are quiet, each lost in their own thoughts. The choices we've made have bound us together, a crew united by the pursuit of knowledge and the threads of destiny woven into our lives by the ancients. A beeping from the console snaps us back to the present. A transmission, marked urgent, is coming through on a channel reserved for emergencies. Steph leans forward, her brows knitting with concern as she taps into the feed. The holographic display flickers to life, revealing the face of an old acquaintance, Sira Eldon, a fellow traveler of the stars and a merchant of information. Her expression is tense, a storm brewing behind her eyes. "Dorian," she begins, her voice carrying the serrated edge of urgency. "Something happened on Leven Station. You need to get here as soon as you can." My heart skips a beat. Leven, a place of refuge and resources, now cast into shadow. "What's going on, Sira?" "There's been an incident, an attack," she continues, her gaze flicking to something off-screen, "and they're looking for you. Someone's stirring up trouble and you're right in the middle of it." Her words hang in the air, a noose tightening around our freedom. Steph mutters a curse under her breath and Rax shifts uneasily, his eyes questioning. The implications are clear. Our journey has drawn attention from forces unseen, and now we've been ensnared in their web. "Set course for Leven," I instruct, my voice steady despite the roiling tide within. "We need to see this through." The Wanderer pivots, thrusters igniting as we chart a course back to the station. As the stars streak by, a sense of foreboding settles over us like a shroud. The universe is vast, but its corridors are narrow when shadows stretch at every turn. Hours later, Leven Station looms ahead, its silhouette framed against the distant glow of a nebula. It seems unchanged, but the atmosphere inside crackles with tension as we dock. The moment we step from the ship, the station's usual bustle is muted, conversations hushed and eyes averted. Sira is waiting for us at the bay entrance, her expression grim. "We have to be quick," she urges, leading us through the station's winding passages. "Who's behind this?" I ask, keeping pace with her rapid strides. "A coalition of sorts," Sira replies, her tone clipped. "They're after artifacts of power like the one you possess. They're not just interested in history, they want control." The orb in my satchel feels suddenly heavier, its significance magnified in this dangerous game. As we descend into the station's lower levels, the usual clatter and hum are replaced by the distant rumble of conflict. We reach a chamber filled with monitors, the screens displaying feeds from across the station. Among the chaos, figures move with purpose, agents of the coalition, their presence a stark warning of the stakes at play. "They've already seized control of several decks," Sira explains, her fingers flying over the controls. "They're trying to locate the orb and they won't stop until they have it." Steph crosses her arms, her eyes narrowed. "Looks like you've got us into quite the quagmire, Captain." "Wouldn't be the first time," I quip, though the humor is strained, edged with the gravity of our predicament. Rax studies the screens, his gaze unwavering. "We can't let them take it. The knowledge and the power it holds would be catastrophic in the wrong hands." I nod, resolve hardening into iron. The orb's secrets are not for those who would wield them for destruction or dominance. Our path has been chosen, and now it demands a stand. "Then we fight," I declare, scanning the chamber for options. "We have to disable their control and give the station a fighting chance." The plan forms swiftly, a weave of sabotage and diversion, a dance of misdirection to outmaneuver our foes. We split up, Steph heading for the power systems to disrupt their hold, while Rax and I set about securing critical areas, Sira guiding us via the station's network. The air is electric with adrenaline as we move through the corridors, my heart a steady drum in the symphony of urgency. We encounter resistance, agents clad in dark uniforms, their eyes cold and calculating. The clash is swift and decisive, our experience and determination prevailing over brute force. Steph's voice crackles through the comms, urgency underpinning her words. I've hit the main grid. They're going to be blind in 5-4. The station plunges into chaos as systems flicker and die, the darkness swallowing the Coalition's grip. It's now or never. Window to reclaim control and drive them back. Rax and I converge on the command center, our steps echoing through the silent corridors. Inside, the Coalition's leader, a figure cloaked in shadow with eyes like chips of flint, stands poised, aware of our intrusion. You continue the ancient's folly, he sneers, a snake of a smile slithering across his lips. Their power should not be squandered on those who dare not wield it. His words fuel my resolve, turning fear into fire. Power isn't meant for control, I retort, stepping forward. It's meant to uplift and inspire. The confrontation is charged, a duel of wills as much as wits. But we are united, a crew bound by more than just circumstance. Together, we drive them back, the Coalition's leader retreating into the shadows from which he came. As the station's systems whir back to life, a cheer rises, a collective, defiant exhalation of hope reclaimed. Sierra joins us, her expression a blend of relief and admiration. Seems you've brought more than just trouble with you, Dorian. You've brought change. I smile, weary but resolute. The journey is far from over, the path before us still tangled with uncertainties. Yet, as we prepare to depart, the bonds forged in the crucible of conflict hold fast. We are not just travelers now. We are keepers of the star's legacy, guardians of the light against the encroaching dark. The Wanderer sails once more into the vastness, our spirits buoyed by triumph and tempered by the trials yet to come. The stars above glitter with promise, and the universe awaits, its secrets still unfolding before us with each new dawn. Part 6: The Starlight Gambit. The Sable Wanderer glides through the cosmic tapestry, a solitary vessel carrying its precious cargo of hope and revelation. We're adrift not just among the stars, but in the uncertainty of our newfound role as stewards of the Ancients' legacy. The galaxy is vast, its myriad paths beckoning with both promise and peril. Rax is at my side, his expression pensive as he pores over the data we've gathered. Our actions have set ripples across the known sectors, he notes, his voice a blend of caution and curiosity. The Coalition won't rest. They'll regroup, and when they do, they'll be watching. Steph, from her seat at the engineering console, snorts softly. Let them watch. If they're smart, they'll realize we're not going down without a fight. A message alert breaks through the quiet, a coded transmission blinking on the console. It's from an old contact, a trader named Lomax, known for his ability to procure the rarest information. His message is succinct, but it sends a chill down my spine. They know you're heading, expect guests. The implications are clear. Our path, once hidden, is now exposed. The Coalition's reach is longer than we anticipated, their eyes fixed on our every move. They've played their hand, and now it's our turn to respond. Rerouting course, I announce, fingers dancing across the controls. We're heading to the Caduceus Nebula. If they want to tail us, they'll have to navigate its storms. The Caduceus Nebula is an astral tempest, a roiling cloud of ionized gas and magnetic disruptions. It's a haven for those who know its currents, a graveyard for those who don't. We've navigated its tumultuous heart before, each passage a test of skill and nerve. Captain, Rax says, concern etched in his features. The nebula's storms are more volatile during this cycle. Even you can't predict every shift. Steph nods, her gaze locked on the data streams. He's right. We might be stepping into a hornet's nest blindfolded. I ponder their warnings, the weight of leadership a familiar burden. It's still our best chance. If we can slip through undetected, we might just gain the upper hand. With the nebula's edge looming ahead, the Wanderer enters its outer fringes, the hull resonating with the charge of nearby storm fronts. The view beyond the glass is a maelstrom of color, emerald and sapphire twisting together in a ceaseless dance. Inside the cockpit, tension builds like static, a palpable thrumming in the air. We push deeper, the ship groaning under the nebula's capricious embrace. "Hold course," I instruct, my voice steady against the chaos. "We can do this." The Wanderer fights against each gust, each eddy of energy that seeks to shove us off our path. The storm is relentless, a symphony of power and fury that tests the limits of our endurance. Suddenly, alarms blare, piercing through the tumult with insistent clarity. On the screen, a pair of signals blink to life, pursuers diving into the nebula behind us, their silhouettes barely visible amid the haze. "Looks like we have company," Steph remarks dryly, her hands already moving to adjust our trajectory. "Let's give them a tour," I say, determination sharpening my focus. The chase begins in earnest, the Wanderer weaving through the storm with the grace of a dancer. Our pursuers follow, their craft nimble but inexperienced in the nebula's fearsome embrace. Rax monitors the sensors, his eyes darting over the readings. Their ships aren't built for this kind of environment. We might have an edge. The orb, secure in its compartment, pulses softly, its energy a reminder of the stakes, of the knowledge we carry and must protect. We lead them deeper into the storm's heart, the ship shuddering with each maneuver. The view outside is a swirling mosaic, the lines between real and surreal blurring as the nebula's light refracts across our hull. And then Rax sees it, an opening, a pathway through the chaos leading to a calm pocket of space. It's a refuge, a momentary sanctuary from the storm's wrath. "Bringing us in," I call, steering towards the eye of the storm. We slip through the fissure, the rush of calm a stark contrast to the violence outside. For a moment, we are suspended in the void, the storm raging harmlessly around our cocoon of serenity. Our pursuers, unprepared for the maneuver, attempt to follow, but the nebula is unforgiving. One is caught in a vortex, its systems overwhelmed, flickering before vanishing in a flash of light. The other struggles, its fate uncertain as the storm drags it into the abyss. In the sudden silence, we breathe, a collective exhalation of triumph and relief. "That was bold," Steph comments, her gaze unwavering as she checks the ship's status, "but effective." "We bought ourselves time," Rax adds, his usual decorum tempered by adrenaline. "But the coalition won't give up. We need to move quickly." As we chart our next course out of the nebula, the storm's edge beckons. An invitation to return to the wider galaxy, to continue our journey towards the truth. The cosmos is vast, and the coalition's web may be spread wide, but we hold the threads now. The orb's presence is a constant reminder of our mission, its glow an echo of the ancients' legacy. With each new dawn, the galaxy's secrets unfold before us, a tapestry of light and shadow, knowledge and power. And though the path is fraught with danger, we are undaunted, resolute. For we are the Wanderers, and our story is only just beginning. Part 7. The Luminous Accord. Beyond the turbulent embrace of the caduceus nebula, the stars shine with renewed clarity, each a celestial promise burning against the tapestry of night. The Sable Wanderer sails onward, the nebula's stormy grip behind us, yet lingering like a specter in our minds. We have gained a reprieve, but the questions loom larger now, each unanswered one a shadow on our path. As we return to the rhythm of travel, Steph is busy in engineering, her hands deftly tending to the ship's needs. Rax occupies himself at the data screens, cataloging the trove of information we've amassed. The orb rests securely in its place, its soft glow a constant whisper of destiny's call. We're charting a new course toward a system known as Etha's Reach, a place rumored to hold one of the few remaining bastions of knowledge from the ancients' time. It's a long shot, but the promise of discovery fuels our resolve. But as we voyage through the tranquil stretches of space, an unexpected signal crackles through the comms, an open transmission, wideband and clear. Dorian Voss, captain of the Sable Wanderer, the voice in tones, resonant with authority and something akin to familiarity. This is Admiral Thuris of the Luminous Accord. We seek parley. The Luminous Accord, a coalition of worlds and people dedicated to maintaining peace and knowledge across the star lanes. Their reputation precedes them, allies to some, an enigma to others. Yet, how they've come to know of us is a mystery that prickles at the back of my mind. Rax turns to me, his expression one of cautious intrigue. Would there be harm in hearing what they want? Information is a currency, Steph adds from her station, her voice filtering through the comms. Let's see what they're buying. I nod, opening a channel. This is Captain Voss. To what do we owe the pleasure, Admiral? A pause, then Thuris's voice returns, courteous yet edged with urgency. We are aware of your recent encounters and the artifact you possess. We propose a meeting. Coordinates are being transmitted. You may find our offer mutually beneficial. The transmission cuts, leaving us in silence, the coordinates blinking on the screen like a beacon of fate. The choice lies before us, fraught with uncertainty and potential. Are they allies in truth or another claimant to the orb's legacy? We should proceed with caution, Rax advises, his tone measured. The Accord's intentions are seldom heavy-handed, but their interest is noteworthy. Steph tilts her head, considering. They're not known for alliances with shadowy groups like the Coalition, and if they're offering aid, then we risk losing nothing by listening, I finish, setting a course for the provided coordinates. Let's see what the Accord has to offer. The coordinates lead us to a remote corner of the galaxy, a sector unremarkable and devoid of celestial landmarks. Yet, as we arrive, a majestic vessel emerges from the void, its design sleek and imposing, a cruiser bearing the insignia of the Luminous Accord. We dock aboard the cruiser, the landing bay a hive of activity as we're greeted by a delegation of Accord members. Admiral Thuris stands at the forefront, a figure of calm command, her gaze steady and discerning. Captain Voss, she greets, extending a hand. Welcome aboard the Enlightenment. We have much to discuss. The meeting room is a blend of function and aesthetic, its walls adorned with star maps and artifacts, a testament to the Accord's dedication to the preservation of knowledge. We take our seats, the air charged with anticipation. I appreciate your willingness to meet, I start, keeping my tone respectful yet curious. What interest does the Accord have in our journey? Thuris smiles, an enigmatic curl of lips. The Luminous Accord exists to maintain balance and understanding. Your discovery of the orb has perturbed that balance. We are here to offer guidance and perhaps more. Her words hang in the air, a lure of possibilities. The gravity of our choices weighs heavily as she continues. The orb is part of a network, she explains, a series of nodes scattered across the galaxy, each holding a fragment of the ancients' collective knowledge. Together, they form a lattice, one that could alter the very fabric of our reality. I glance at Rax, his eyes wide with realization. You wish to reconstruct this lattice. Precisely, Thuris nods, her gaze unwavering. But it must be done with great care. The implications are vast, the consequences potentially dire if mishandled. Steph leans forward, skepticism tempered by intrigue. And what do you gain from this? An accord-led galaxy. Thuris shakes her head, her expression earnest. We gain what all do, a future where knowledge can illuminate the path rather than lead us to darkness. It's a compelling vision, one that aligns with the values we've come to cherish on our journey. Yet trust is fragile, and the cost of misplacing it cowl. Be catastrophic. We need time to consider, I finally say, my voice firm but open. Of course, Thuris acquiesces, her demeanor gracious. The choice is yours, but consider this, the coalition will not relent. Alone, you may hold the line, but together we might forge something new. As we depart the Enlightenment, the decision ahead looms large, a choice between standing alone or forging an alliance that could redefine the stars. The path is fraught with uncertainty, each step a gamble in a game of cosmic stakes. Back aboard the Wanderer, the starscape unfolds before us, a silent witness to our deliberations. The orb pulses with patient rhythm, its secrets still wrapped in the enigma of ages. We sail onward, our course set toward Etha's reach, where the promise of the ancients' knowledge awaits. And as we journey into the unknown, the future beckons, a luminous accord of its own, waiting to be written in the light of a million suns. Part 8. The Crucible of Unity. The stars drift past us in a silent cascade, their ancient light flickering like distant campfires in the solitude of space. The Sable Wanderer has become more than just our vessel. It is our haven, our compass, guiding us through the vast unknown. Etha's reach lies ahead, a destination shrouded in mystery, the air thick with the promise of revelation. The conversation with Admiral Thuris lingers in my thoughts like the echo of a bell. The luminous Accord's offer is both a lifeline and a labyrinth, fraught with potential and peril. The weight of our choice presses against me, a whisper in the shadowed corners of my mind. Rax sits at his station, absorbed in the data streams flowing from the Accord's archives, their insights adding depth to our understanding. Steph is in engineering, the hum of the ship her symphony as she ensures we sail smoothly onward. But it's the orb in my possession that occupies my thoughts, a beacon of the ancients, its presence a constant reminder of the legacy we safeguard. Its subtle pulse resonates through the ship, a steady rhythm that seems to match the beat of our collective heart. Our approach to Etha's reach is uneventful, yet the anticipation is palpable. The system is a swirl of gas giants and icy moons, orbiting a serene sun whose light casts an ethereal glow across the celestial bodies. It's here, amidst these planetary watchers, that we hope to uncover more of the ancients' truths. We chart towards a small moon, its surface pockmarked with ancient craters and valleys. Nestled within its depths lies an observatory, a relic of the ancients, its presence hidden from prying eyes by layers of rock and ice. Our sensors catch its signal, a faint yet unmistakable beacon calling us home. The Wanderer descends, landing with a gentle shudder on the rough, icy surface. We disembark, the air sharp with the scent of frost and history. The entrance to the observatory lies ahead, a gateway into the past. Steph takes the lead, her engineering skills invaluable as she works the ancient controls, coaxing them to life. The doors creak open with a groan, revealing an interior untouched by time, chambers lined with crystalline panels that glow softly, as if greeting long-lost kin. "Remarkable," Rax murmurs, his voice a hushed reverence as he steps inside. "To think this has been here waiting." The central chamber is dominated by a colossal lens, a sentinel of glass and light that reaches skyward. It stands as a testament to the ancients' quest for understanding, its purpose clear, to capture the starlight, to decipher the heavens. It's a star map, Steph surmises, her eyes darting over the intricate mechanisms. One that charts the movement of the cosmos. The orb in my grip flares with sudden intensity, its energy weaving into the fabric of the observatory. The crystalline panels shimmer in response, patterns of light cascading across their surfaces like ripples on a pond. Something's happening, Rax observes, his gaze locked on the orb. It's communicating with the observatory. Before our eyes, the lens projects an image, a tapestry of stars and constellations, each one linked by luminous threads of energy. Among them, pathways blaze to life, routes through the galaxy that defy known charts. These are new, Steph breathes, her amazement mirrored in our expressions. Paths to places we've never conceived. It's a discovery that expands the horizon of our understanding, tantalizing in its potential. But as the image stabilizes, a darker thread weaves through the projection, a path that leads to a void, an abyss in the starlit fabric, its nature unknown, its pull undeniable. The lattice, Rax whispers, realization dawning. The accord was right, the nodes are connected, and this void, it could be where they converge. The implication is staggering, a nexus of ancient knowledge, yet the void's nature presents a choice, one fraught with uncertainty. Do we seek it out or heed the cautionary shadows it casts? Suddenly the orb pulses with increased urgency, its energy a tangible presence. I feel its call, a silent plea wrapped in the echoes of time. It's as if the ancients themselves are reaching across the ages, urging us towards the void. Steph meets my gaze, her eyes steady, tinged with the same resolve that thrums within me. Captain, if there's a chance, we have to see it through. Rax nods, his usual caution tempered by the thrill of discovery. The choice is monumental, but it's our choice to make. As we stand upon the precipice of decision, the universe holds its breath, awaiting our move. The void beckons with an undeniable allure, a siren call to which we cannot remain deaf. United by purpose, we return to the Wanderer, our spirits buoyed by the promise of new frontiers. The path we chart is unmarked, a voyage into the heart of the unknown, guided by the light of ancient suns. The stars above shimmer with silent promise as the wan. Dara's engines roar to life, propelling us into the vast expanse. The void awaits, its secrets cloaked in shadow and starlight, a crucible where unity and knowledge converge. Together we sail into the abyss, where the past, present, and future entwine in a cosmic dance, and where the true legacy of the ancients awaits our discovery. Part 9: The Convergence Nexus. The Sable Wanderer streaks through the inky void, engines thrumming with the resolve of our journey. The star maps from Etha's reach have expanded our universe tenfold, revealing paths that defy both logic and gravity. Among them, the path to the void, a convergence point of the ancients' lattice, is our destination, the promises of its secrets pulling us with an irresistible force. In the cockpit, the atmosphere is taut with anticipation. Steph monitors the ship's systems, her fingers flying over the controls with the precision of a conductor orchestrating a symphony. Rax hunches over his screens, eyes darting over streams of data, searching for patterns in the cosmic noise. The orb rests in its cradle, its energy pulsing with a frequency that seems to resonate with the very fabric of space around us. There's a tension in its glow, a bridge connecting us to the vast tapestry of possibilities ahead, a promise, or perhaps a warning. As we press deeper into the uncharted void, the emptiness takes on an almost palpable presence, a silence so profound it feels like a tangible entity. Even the stars seem reluctant to intrude upon this sacred space. Then the anomaly emerges, a swirling maelstrom of iridescent hues, its heart a stillness that defies understanding. It's unlike any phenomenon we've encountered, a space where time and reality might bend to unseen laws. "We're here," I announce, the words almost lost in the awe that grips us. Steph draws a breath, her usual skepticism softened by the wonder of the sight. "It's beautiful," she murmurs, her voice echoing the reverence we all feel. "This is more than just a void," Rax interjects, his gaze transfixed by the anomaly's shifting colors. "It's a nexus, a point of convergence for the ancients' lattice, the culmination of their knowledge." The implications weigh heavily in the air, the gravity of our task clear. Within this nexus lies the heart of the ancients' legacy, a labyrinth of data and potential that could redefine our understanding of existence. We maneuver the Wanderer towards the anomaly's fringe, the ship's sensors alive with readings that defy conventional classification. The orb glows brighter, thrumming with anticipation, as if eager to fulfill the destiny woven into its core. "Easy," I murmur, guiding the ship with a steady hand. The transition into the nexus is seamless, a gentle slipping from one state of being into another. Inside, the atmosphere shifts, a weightless expanse devoid of the familiar pull of gravitation. It's a realm of light and shadow, where the distinction between the physical and the ethereal blurs into an enigmatic dance. Images coalesce before us, fragments of the ancients' lives, their knowledge preserved in this interstellar library of light. Each shard a story, a choice, a memory etched into the fabric of the lattice. "It's alive," Steph breathes, her skepticism entirely replaced by awe. "In a way, the ancients live on here." Rax's eyes gleam with the thrill of discovery, his mind racing to comprehend the scope of what we've uncovered. These archives, they're more than just recordings. They're simulations, a recreation of the ancients' universe. The realization is staggering. This nexus is not just a repository, but a living testament to the ancients' existence. A universe within the universe, each node a microcosm of their experiences and wisdom. But as we delve deeper, a dissonance intrudes upon the harmony, a shadow slithering through the nexus, its presence foreign and predatory. The coalition has found us, their ambition reaching even into this sanctum of light. Alarms flare to life, the Wanderer's systems detecting the intruders as they breach the anomaly's perimeter. The air thickens with urgency, the specter of conflict looming once more. "They're here," Steph states, her voice steely with resolve. "We can't let them take this." Rax nods, his usual calm edged with determination. "The Nexus's defenses, they're reactive. We can use them to our advantage." The orb pulses, its energy flowing into the lattice, a connection forged between ancient design and modern intent. The Nexus responds, its luminescent patterns shifting to encircle and protect. We act swiftly, coordinating a defense that blends the technology of the past with the tactics of the present. The Coalition's ships, unprepared for the Nexus's power, falter as the anomaly's energies lash out, a tidal wave of light and force. In the midst of the chaos, the Nexus reveals its true potential, a conduit of creation and change, its possibilities as limitless as the stars themselves. The realization dawns that this is not just a battle for knowledge, but a test of unity and purpose. With the Coalition driven back, the Nexus stabilizes, its energies calming to a serene glow, a reminder that even in the face of darkness, light prevails. As we begin our departure, the Nexus's light enfolds us in a gentle embrace, a final benediction upon our journey. The orb's glow softens to a steady rhythm, a heartbeat that promises we have yet to uncover all its secrets. The Wanderer slips back into the starry expanse, the void behind us now a beacon of hope and possibility. The path ahead is uncharted, yet illuminated by the promise of the unknown. Together we sail onward, our spirits buoyed by the light of a million suns, a testament to the ancients' legacy and the indomitable force of discovery. The universe awaits, vast and wondrous, and we are its eager explorers, ready to chart the next chapter of our cosmic journey. Part 10: Echoes of the Celestial Forge. The stars have borne witness to countless tales, yet few as profound as the one we now find ourselves entwined within. The Sable Wanderer sails through the aftermath of the Nexus encounter, the ship a haven of reflection and anticipation. The void may have receded, but its echoes resonate through us, a chorus of potential and mystery. Our departure from the Convergence has marked us, each of us carrying an indelible impression of the ancients, wisdom and the threads of destiny intertwined with our own. The orb, now settled in its cradle, hums with a quiet satisfaction, its glow a steady beacon of possibilities yet to be unveiled. Steph tends to the ship with renewed vigor, her skepticism transformed into a passion for understanding the intricacies of the Nexus's technology. Rax, ever the scholar, sifts through the knowledge we've gathered, piecing together the fragments of a civilization long lost yet enduring through its legacy. Our course set towards the heart of the galaxy, a place known as the Celestial Forge, rumored to be the birthplace of the ancients' most profound creations. The path is fraught with potential, the kind that demands courage and curiosity in equal measure. As we press on, the Wanderer's sensors pick up an anomaly, a distortion in the fabric of space, its presence both familiar and foreign. It's a ripple like the aftermath of a stone cast in a pond, its source unknown yet tantalizing. Another pathway, Steph posits, eyes alight with the thrill of discovery. Or a warning, Rax counters, his voice a gentle reminder of the stakes we navigate. The decision is made with silent consensus. We adjust our course, drawn towards the anomaly's gravitational well. The transition is seamless, the space around us folding in on itself with a gentle sigh. What we find is a realm untouched by time, a celestial forge, suspended within a nebula of iridescent light. It is a masterpiece of cosmic engineering, a lattice of energy and matter intertwined in a dance of creation. This place, Rax breathes, wonder evident in his voice. It's a crucible, a place where the ancients forged their greatest works. The air thrums with latent potential, the nebula a kaleidoscope of energies waiting to be shaped, to be given form. The forge is active, its mechanisms whirring with the rhythm of the universe itself. The orb feels different here. I observe, the artifact warm against my side, its energy resonating with the forge's pulse. Like it's home. Steph nods, her fingers grazing the controls with respect. This could be where it all began, the heart of their lattice, the first node. Our presence awakens the forge, its systems responding to the orb's call. Holographic interfaces spring to life, depicting schematics and blueprints that defy contemporary understanding, a library of potential creations, each one a testament to the ancients' genius. But the forge holds more than just knowledge. It holds echoes of choice, of paths untaken and futures yet to be born. As the orb interfaces with the forge, a vision unfolds, a tapestry of light and shadow, depicting a universe sculpted by the hands of those who dared to dream. It's showing us what could be, Rax murmurs, his eyes wide with realization. Each creation, each decision, a ripple through time. The implications are profound, a universe not just observed but shaped, forged by intent and will. The responsibility is immense, each choice a thread in the cosmic loom, each action a note in the symphony of the stars. But as we delve deeper into the Forge's archives, a new presence asserts itself, an echo of the Nexus, a fragment of the Coalition's ambition threading through the light. Their influence reaches even here, seeking to claim the Forge's power for their own ends. We can't let them, Steph insists, her determination as strong as the Forge's pulse. This place, its potential, it's too important. Rax nods, the weight of decision clear in his features. We've seen what they're capable of. If they harness this power, the consequences could be catastrophic. The Forge, sensing our resolve, responds with a flare of energy, its systems aligning with ours, a partnership forged in the crucible of necessity. Together, we channel its power, weaving a defense from the light itself. The Coalition, unprepared for the Forge's might and our unity, falters against our concerted stand. The light engulfs them, transforming ambition into understanding, conflict into harmony. The Forge's wisdom flows through us, a river of insight and potential, a reminder of what can be achieved through collaboration and purpose. As the echoes of the Coalition's influence fade, the Forge settles into a gentle luminescence, a sigh of relief, a promise of cooperation between what was and what could be. We depart from the celestial Forge, the wanderer cradled in the nebula's embrace, our spirits buoyed by the alliance of past and present. The orb, now a trusted companion, pulses with quiet satisfaction, its journey intertwined with ours. The path ahead is illuminated by the light of 1,000,000 stars, each one a beacon of hope and possibility. The universe waits, vast and wondrous, a canvas upon which we can paint our future. Together, we sail onward into the heart of the cosmos, where the echoes of the ancients guide our steps, and where the true potential of what we can become is limited only by the boundaries of our imagination.